Meeting to order at 7 p.m., April 9th, 2025. Roll call, please.
Austin Davies.
Here.
Owen Costanza.
Here.
Dan G.
Here.
Betsy Straw. Here. Don Sattler.
Here.
Chris Sack.
Here. Let's stand for pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
See, I don't think anybody's participating in the phone tonight. They're just absent. We had a motion to approve tonight's agenda by Owen.
Second.
Second by Dan, and a motion to amend something by Betsy. Go ahead, Betsy.
I'd like to add a discussion item, just for transparency for the clerk election, costs that were involved in that. And then the second item is to discuss and approve discuss the tree bids for the tree out here that were sent.
All right.
I second that.
We have a motion to court issue and then the tree issue. Motion by Betsy, second by Austin. Roll call vote on that, or voice vote on that. Those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Right, so we amend the minutes to include two items for discussion. And the clerk on the tree, or 3 and 4. Right, roll call vote to approve.
Just a
Voice vote to approve minutes as amended. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Great, minutes are approved. Moving on to the first item on the agenda then, we have a motion to discuss or approve Board of Trustees meeting minutes from June 19th, 2024.
Move to approve minutes for June 19th, 2024. John Don, we approved the agenda. Just misspoke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You misspoke. No, we didn't.
I misspoke. It was the agenda
Yes,
that approved.
I
after.
understood. I agree.
I would second that, so long as we're moving to approve the minutes that were drafted by the attorney that were emailed out
Yes, that
short,
was,
about an hour ago, and not the ones that are in the agenda.
that is right.
I'll second.
Okay, so we have a motion by Owen and a second by Austin to approve the minutes that were in the email we got this morning.
About an hour.
Any discussion on that? We just need to do a voice vote on this one. Those in favor of approving June 19th, 2024 minutes, have you got the email?
Aye.
Those against? Great. June 19th, 2024 minutes, as we received about an hour ago, an email is approved. Moving on to item number 2, motion to discuss or approve Board of Trustee meeting minutes for March 12th, 2025.
Move to approve minutes for March 12th, 2025.
Motion by Owen.
Second.
Second by Dan. Discussion of comments or anything on those minutes?
What?
Nothing this time? Great. Those in favor to approve March 12th, 2025 minutes? Against? 12, 2025 minutes are approved. Moving on to item number 3, we have a motion to discuss the tree that we cut down and, pardon me,
Public comment.
public comment?
You need to ask.
Oh, is there any public comment on?
No.
Oh,
We missed it.
oh,
Well, we didn't have any sheets.
I didn't have any sheets, but it's true.
oh, okay, okay. Oh,
We could probably pause if anybody did have.
oh, I see, I see.
Sheet open.
I see what has me pulled up here. The agenda is usually below public comment, minutes follow, and those items go on item number 2 below. That's what's got me mixed up, so. Sorry about that. There is no public comment, we confirm. So then moving on to the discussion of the tree, agenda item 1. Anybody,
So, I think we got David got some quotes,
yeah,
and I think the village house, or the village, the fire department, and also quotes.
yeah,
So how do we want to do that? Do we want to have David give him authorization to spend the money to do that? Or do we need to go back to the fire department and ask them if they're okay with what we're going to do?
Well, we can only discuss, we can't give it.
Right,
Right.
but we need to authorize somebody to go to the fire department meeting and say, okay, these are the bids that we've gotten. Are you okay with us doing that? Rather than us just going ahead and saying, okay, we got a bid, this is what we're doing.
Well, we would be able to do, the property law commission, but I think David was gonna put that on next week's agenda for correction.
yeah, last I saw, he was saying he had a couple more bids or something.
Yeah, he was waiting on he had another tree that someone had just removed. I talked with him yesterday, and he was just waiting on a price for that to present to us next week.
Yeah, so I was just following because Gail and Chief were asking about that.
The bids Dave got were relatively close to theirs anyways, weren't they?
But I don't think they were the same height.
So this was like 14, 15, and it was 60.
Something like that. I don't.
You know, I consider that relatively close.
Right, but I think that we need to be
Yeah.
neighbors and go back to them and say, are you okay with this?
Oh, yeah,
Before we
absolutely.
even
It's their property,
authorize
we're
it.
gonna get some permission anyway.
Yeah.
From the land.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he was gonna present it next week, and then the board can say, this is what we'd like to present to them. I mean, it's not like they're just gonna go over there and plant a tree and,
I just want to make sure.
that was not on the radar as far as I know.
I'll just follow up with an email and we'll ask to put it on the agenda for next week.
Yeah, he was, yeah, go ahead.
Then it'll be another month because they just had the meeting.
I think they're having a meeting coming up next week.
I do know that Jeff Going spoke to Gail where Gail was adamant about the 25-foot tree that they want, so. Yeah, so it was, work with Dave after the direction, so whatever we want, after we decide, we can action. Gail was pretty adamant about this 25-foot tree, from my discussion with Jeff.
I didn't think the quote that he gave me was 25-foot tree.
I didn't remember it.
I thought it was 18 or something.
Whatever it was, yeah. Yeah, it was, but he was adamant about getting this
I
tree.
didn't, I'm not on this email thread, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
So, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if you're.
Gail was adamant about getting their own, which is, that's what it is.
Okay.
So if they're adamant about having their own people do it, then
Well, I would be too, it's fine.
should we just at, next week bring it to the board to authorize to reimburse them for the tree? And Dave doesn't have to spend any more time.
Absolutely, we're spending a lot of time on the tree.
That's probably better use of Dave's time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
A lot of time on both sides.
All right. Sounds good. Sound like a fair thing to do?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll just send a couple of emails. And then we just wanted to bring up the snafu with the clerk issue, the expenses incurred in the county.
I had a lot of phone calls from a lot of people that lived in the area asking about they heard about the cost that was involved, the $13,600 that was spent, and asking if the village was reimbursing that or whose the cost that was, and questioning even why someone would spend that kind of money to get a job that doesn't even pay that much money. So
So as far as I know, the clerk has, candidate has asked to be reimbursed by us, that we paid. I don't know. We didn't pay, so that's the answer to that.
So for transparency's sake, it's not going to be requested for the village to pay it.
That's fine, no.
I'd like to hear from the clerk.
Not at this time.
Not at this time.
Not at this time.
Could it come later?
Not at this time.
Paul,
one of your lines over there, not at this time.
All right.
And just to be clear, what happened here, I went and voted early. This clerk was not on my ballot. No clerk's on the ballot. Later on, close to election day, the week before, I got a ballot mailed to me that I didn't request. Miller on. If I need to vote for it, mail it in. That seems strange. I don't know if that's legal or not, but if it's approved by a court, the circuit has to file a lawsuit, which costs over $13,000. Reprint ballot, apparently mail out that. So I would encourage the next president and board to not reimburse this clerk for error.
What was calamity there? It got sent out here last week. Which we should have followed up.
I would describe her as calamity errors as well.
But I should put that down there at the county clerk's office, it's any
And I
better.
described you
I
as
mean,
unprofessional.
They did not send out proofs to anybody, which is not like they have in the past. So no government that they were handling the elections. There's just nobody's following up.
So is there going to be another lawsuit against them for those items, still trying to blame them, and then try to come back for those reimbursement costs at some point in time?
Lawsuits against who, when, who?
And you're saying that there's fault at the county clerk's office?
I'm not saying that there's a whole, running an election, and you don't send out proofs to the people that you're serving, and you just assume that's, the two wrongs don't make a right. I mean, each one of those municipalities should reach out and ask. We have 14-day follow-ups, and I do in my instance, but if that's, clerk's office, county clerk's office is in Missouri. So, I mean, it just, yeah, two wrongs don't make a right. But it hasn't been requested to be reimbursed.
I took a look at the court transcript, and it was pretty well argued out in the court that the error was not just an error by, unfortunately, the court of Poplar role. So that's why the judge wanted that she would have to pay in order to do that. And there was one request to have the village pay the cost, which is recommended that wasn't the village's responsibility. So the clerk. It was discussed with the attorneys.
Our attorneys.
And it was advised that. So that's why we were just concerned that the taxpayers are going to be looking at this $13,000. Yes, sir.
I believe we have a public comment.
Could I just interject and say, when I was the county clerk, we never sent out a correct or a specimen ballot. It was up to them to come and check. And when they sent the certification, they certified that those were the names that were to be on the ballot. So when we, as the county clerk and an employee, we would double check and read the certification, compare it to what we had submitted to our vendor, and it was checked that way. So she certified to the county that these names were to be on the ballot. It wasn't their responsibility to call her and say, oh, do you have a clerk?
And I didn't say it.
I know, you're not saying it, but I'm just saying, this is how it's been going for the last 50 years.
It didn't pass. I've seen examples before they've gotten a clerk.
Have you requested them?
I had not
they
requested them.
just-
She was nice. And we welcomed them. She sent them to the committee chairs. So, we wanted to talk about transparency of the money, so the money hasn't been requested, so. Go on.
No, I just want to make sure with that, because I had lots of phone calls on this. I wanted to make sure that everybody, it's not being paid for, right? If the lawsuit didn't even have, I looked into it to make sure that the lawsuit didn't even have the village's name. It was brought by Carrie and not by the village. So the village is not responsible for it. So I think we just need that transparency on the record.
Thank you. I have nothing more to add. Anybody else?
Thank you, Pam.
Pam, if you could please fill out a yellow sheet for the record over against the guy.
Okay, that ends our agenda. We have a motion to adjourn by Owen, a second by Austin. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? It is 7:15, April 9th, 2025. We are adjourned.
Take off a stick. Ready to pick? Oh. There you go.
There you go.
I hope so.
Yes. Here it is. That sounds good. Maybe I'll.
Yeah.
You take care.
Watching.
With that, I know.